time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences, and because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Carroll in at the threesome.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Now here's Curry following the miss by DeRozan. It's Durant with the drive. That's good.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Passes it to Green. Back to Curry. Thompson in the corner. Clock at 6. Durant with it. Sullinger picks him up. And then Durant with the jam.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Curry against DeRozan. Sullinger outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Curry can't get it to go.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And finished off by Sullinger.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And Curry, here we go. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Out to DeRozan. And again, it's Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
It's Curry outside.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Clark, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Clark. On the wing, DeRozan. He's got 5. And Carroll gets it to go. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Thunder's checked in for the Raptors.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Iguodala with the steal. And that one is hammered home.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Livingston. Power down with both hands.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
The Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in. Here's Valanciunas.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Here is Livingston. While recovering, it's West with the drive. 4 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. Good as the jump shot falls. West has got his first bucket of the night.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball. The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change, it's 6 already.
The shot by Looney, no good.
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
Livingston, no luck. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Launches it. Second shot opportunity. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
The Splash Brothers are the guards. Draymond Green is out there with Pachulia. And it's Durant in at the three. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And Pachulia pulls it down.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Curry gets the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Kicks to Patterson. Here's Powell. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Powell's got it all tied up now for Toronto. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Thompson. Outside, Curry. Shoots from the baseline. Again, Curry missing.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Assist from Patrick Patterson. Warriors call time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Curry attacking. Looking for Pachulia. He gets it there. And too long on the shot. Toronto's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space four. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Out to the right wing. Toronto working the ball around now. Pachulia with the steal.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
they're talented, and they've been able to overcome some loose play, but they need to clean it up in the second half.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Back to Curry. Green again. It's Patterson. Julia the pass to Thompson. Another three for Golden State. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Durant again, draws. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Second chance shot. That misses off the backboard. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. The Warriors making a switch here. Verejão's checked in. Sullinger the screen. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Verejão. Durant with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Lowry again. It's Curry. It's stolen by Green. And Durant, here we go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. West is checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Verejão can't hit.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Valanciunas dishes to Sullinger. Bank shot, no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Out to West. Sullinger again. Iguodala to the paint. Pass to Livingston. They grab their own miss. West kicks to Iguodala. To end the drought. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
Unloads from 9. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
West with a wide open look. And the Warriors miss again. Here's DeRozan. Here's Sullinger. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on David West.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Here's Livingston. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
West down low. Ross with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Raptors. They lead by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 14 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well. Also, just battling. Hard on every possession.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today, really on point.
Quite honestly, it's been a pleasant surprise for him. You know, he really hit on something that worked in those first two quarters, guys.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jared Sullinger is out there with DeMarre Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in the 5. Caboclo, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Valanciunas with a screen on Curry. And it's DeRozan missing.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing too. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Over to the wing. Here's Patterson. Cannot hit. West with some nice D.
What a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
Some nice passing by Golden State. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Here's Patterson. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
West can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Now the feed to Joseph. Patterson inside. West is there. And that one's good. Patterson's got 5.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. The Raptors making a switch here. White's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Down low. Thunder.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here is Livingston. 9 points in the game so far. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the...
Whoa! Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Here's Iguodala.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Right outside. The pass to Patterson. To the inside. The shot is off. West with some nice D. Here is Livingston. West passes to Clark. Picked away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ross. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Ross has got his second basket of the night.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And he gets it to go.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Livingston dishes to Clark. The drive by Iguodala. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Iguodala's got 13. Raptors leading by 9. Right outside. Patterson passes to Thunder. Ball's knocked loose. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Looney. Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Ian Clark. Warriors trail by 9. He signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7". He's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Raptors moving the ball around. DeRozan's shot is good.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Stephen Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. Raptors leading by 9. The drive by Lowry. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Curry has it in the corner. The three-pointer no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
DeRozan against Curry. Knocked loose. 4 on the shot clock. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge. For Toronto, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And it's Lowry penetrating. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. Sullinger dishes to Valanciunas. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the he's been working on his offensive skills. Defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with this combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Raptors lead by 12. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Durant is up there with Green. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint. Warriors trail by 12. Green with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. And then Durant with the dunk.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
To the middle. Here's Thunder. And they immediately answer back with the dunk. At the other end.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Timeout called the Warriors. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
And thank you, Doris. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Six on the shot clock. Powell kicks to Patterson. And that is good.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Warriors trail by 14. Curry with it. Picked up by Joseph. Pachulia the pass to Curry. Feeds to Pachulia. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State.
Andre Iguodala.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Toronto calls timeout. Here's Joseph. Inside. Here's Thunder. Green with the block. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And stolen by Patterson. Joseph dishes to Ross. And the rejection by Iguodala. The second chance effort. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's Curry outside. From deep three-point range. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Some changes for Toronto. Nogueira, he's checked in for Thunder. Jared Sullinger comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Caboclo in for Powell. Sullinger outside. Shoots from the elbow. That's good on the jump shot.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Caboclo kicks to Ross. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Thompson. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
A nice shot by Caboclo.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Pachulia. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Just 4 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Warriors trailed by 10. Curry outside. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Sullinger's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
From the arc, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Green, no luck.
Tell you what, he's a gutty player, guys. I mean, he's giving away a lot of inches, a few inches anyway, and he still finds a way to win those rebound battles.
An even 3-on-3 break. They get a hand on it. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
We've watched Iguodala play great basketball. 19 points and 2 steals as well. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You know what, Clark? You're right on the money with that. He's been just as creative as he has been disruptive.
Patterson, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Toronto leading by 7. Here's Lowry with a step back.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
That's good. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's DeRozan. Off target with his 3.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Patterson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 10. 1:31 left in the 4th quarter. It has been quite a game for Jonas.
Because he's absolutely scorching.
Outside Curry. From deep. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's foul number 2 for him. Raptors leading by 10. Lowry kicks to Patterson. Back to Lowry. Poked away. Stolen by Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Raptors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Warriors.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Jonas Valanciunas. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
West.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. To the wing right side. Here's Patterson. Lots of room. Here's the three. That's good.
3 points.
And the Raptors lead by 15.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined.
Yeah, I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I